be a very big annoyance and a very scary factor since we never want Springtrap to be at the window. So now that we've been affiliated with the map fully, and now that I've explained all of its quirks and small details that are very important to know, as with knowing all of this information, you'll be able to control the entirety of the map and know where Springtrap is at all times. So if you know every possible direction that Springtrap can move towards, with audio lures or just by himself, you'll be able to stop yourself from making any dumb mistakes and luring him to spots that give us the biggest advantage in order for us to win. So now that we understand the map, we can talk about the strategy.
Oh, I
The
forgot
very
to put
first
my
thing
camera
about the
back on.
strategy is whether or not we forcibly spawn Foxy at 12 AM. He has a 1/10th chance to spawn in the office upon opening the camera system, so opening the cameras repeatedly and looking at the guitar base, where it's fastest, to see if Foxy has spawned. By seeing his hand, we can then get jump scared by him and remove him for the rest of the night so he can reboot any system without any fear of a future jump scare. Now you don't need to get jump scared by Foxy if you don't want to. It also poses a threat, as if Springtrap goes to camera 5, then 2, then to your window, while you're rebooting the ventilation, he's most likely going to go past your window. However, for the upside of this, it not only gets rid of Foxy, but since it's at 12 AM, Springtrap still cannot enter the vents and can be lured away from cameras 5, 4, 3, 2 over to the top half where we want to primarily keep Springtrap. So this part is completely up to you, whether you think the risk and benefits are worth it, and then you yourself can choose if you want to get jump scared by Foxy or if you just want to do the strategy normally. The rest of the strategy should be performed down to the bone. Down to the bones? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to seal cam 12. As soon as that cam's sealed, you're going to select camera 13 and get off the vent map, go back to the main camera system, go to camera 9, and stay looking at there for the rest of the night. And yes, when I mean look at camera 9 for the remainder of the night, I mean it. Do not click off camera 9. Don't even go reboot camera system when the cameras inevitably fail. Simply keep your cameras open, stay selected on camera 9, and even with the camera system failure, continue looking at camera 9. For the strategy, I'm happy to tell you that we will not be using the camera images themselves for the entire night. The cams will be blacked out, and we will never have to reboot camera system. This, on top of there being no ventilation errors, means the only thing we will ever have to reset is the audio system. Now we've completed all of the strategy setup, and pretty much you're doing the strategy itself. Now how and why? This is where the mechanic of Springtrap's footsteps comes into play. We'll also need to bring back the map of all the cameras so I can explain to you what is going on. This strategy is all based on logic, math, and estimation. Consider the following. Springtrap is on camera 8. It doesn't matter whether we know that or not, because in this next scenario, he moves over to camera 9. When Springtrap moves on the camera that you are selected on, it makes a large visual static, signifying that he has either went on the camera or had just left the camera. Here, I'll now explain why camera 9 is so important. Camera 9 is a checkpoint between camera 8 and camera 10. Since if Springtrap never crosses camera 9, you will always know that he's not on camera 10. Therefore, by having camera 9 selected, camera 9 and 10 are completely under your control, being able to tell if Springtrap ever goes into this area or moves out of it. Even with the cameras being disabled, being able to go off of the large static he makes when he moves onto camera 9 and moves off of it. I'll explain further in this scenario. See, Springtrap is now on camera 9. Ignoring camera 9's vent, Springtrap only has 2 places he can move on to next. Camera 10 or camera 8. If Springtrap moves off and goes to camera 10, we immediately go and seal camera 10's vent. After the vent is sealed, we go back to the camera system and stay staring at camera 9. We will have blocked him off completely and are safe from any of his attacks. But what if he went to camera 8? Again, with cameras being blacked out, we don't know if he went to 8 or to 10. So what happens if Springtrap goes to camera 8? This is where the footsteps come into play. See, every single time Springtrap moves, he makes a footstep noise. This is our saving grace. Being able to tell if Springtrap has moved, not where he has moved. If he has simply just moved, tells us everything we need to know. So let's consider the scenario. Springtrap, instead of going to camera 10, has gone to camera 8. We will still do what we did before, seal camera 10 in case he has gone over there. But Springtrap is now on camera 8. Once we return to look at camera 9, to check if Springtrap goes from camera 10 back to camera 9, Springtrap will have gone over to camera 7 or to camera 5. Both of these cameras have vents, which is very dangerous. And since we just sealed the camera 10 vent, we are in a lot of trouble. Or we would be if he didn't make any footstep noises. Since now he has made a footstep noise when he went from camera 8 over to camera 7 or to camera 5, we will be able to hear that immediately after it happens, and we will seal off camera 12 once again. Why camera 12 specifically? Why not camera 13 if he goes to camera 5? This is where camera 5 becomes important as well. Camera 5 is your second checkpoint.
There's so much, bro. Okay, okay. Alright, that was horrible. How much if I move my thing up with... Oh my god. Good lord. Hey, what does that mean for this? Oh, that's so much better. Okay. I need to lower this a bit more. Man. There we go. I like that. Wait, but what does it look like if I... Does it look if I put it on the webcam? Oh, this is fine. I believe in you. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of that.
I don't know what else to do, bruh. It's all I got, bruh.
Hold on, give me 1 second, chat.
I hate this. I hate you guys. I love you guys. I hate that I made this a point thing. I have myself to blame. Alright. Can I be done? Am I done? The song stopped. I'm taking that redeem off. That redeem's coming down. Fuck. I'm a shy guy, guys. I can't. I can't do that. Y'all always choose the nighttime for this too. I mean, there's more people, so I guess. But like,
I think those are the only 2 strats I can use here.
and I don't have like actual lights. Oh, replace it with another dance. New here.
Hmm.
That's what I do, I guess.
Hmm.
Does this raid mean I have to stream for longer? Or do multiple dances?
Alright.
I don't trust y'all though.
Alright.
Like what other dance is there?
Alright.
You know what I mean?
We'll do this one, because why the fuck not?
Why I come back and you're doing thank yous, bro? Hello? Fuck this guy over here. George Redeemer.
Hey, look. We can do this one real quick.
Hello guys, today we'll be going over the best strategy
I don't
to
care.
beating aggressive nightmare mode in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. This game has 6 little threats that try to mess up your night, and
I'm just taking some strategy.
Springtrap can't vent until 1 a.m., so the first part of the night is going to be very chill. What you're going to do is pretty much just do nothing and just let him roam around unless he gets close, which is loud background ambience. If he does that, just keep flipping up the camera and put it on camera 2. So once his background ambience is loud, you basically just keep flipping up the camera over and over again, and if he appears in the glass, lure him back to cam 2. The reason that we have to flip up cameras every now and then is because you get a ventilation error for being idle too long, which makes Springtrap a lot more aggressive. If you're lucky enough, you'll get to chill with the absolute GOAT, Phantom Foxy. Now that it is soon to be 1 a.m., because we want to check before 1 a.m., we need to find Springtrap. I recommend mostly checking cams 10, 9, and 7, as they have vents near them.
Okay, so the 8-second strat kind of seems to be the consensus here. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm I'm gonna let Foxy jump scare me just so we can waste time. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's guaranteed to jump scare me right here. 10. Nothing? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so was I not reading it right, or was this the wrong thing, or like?
Loud background ambience. If he does that, just keep flipping up 1 a.m. So the first part of the night is going to be very chill. What you're going to do is pretty much just do nothing and just let him roam around unless he gets close, which is loud background ambience. If he does that, just keep flipping up the camera and put it on camera 2. So once his background ambience is loud, you basically just keep flipping up the camera over and over again, and if he appears in the glass, lure him back to cam 2. The reason that we have to flip up cameras every time he gets close, which is very chill. What you're going to do is pretty much just do nothing and just let him roam around unless he gets close, which is loud background ambience. If he does that, just keep flipping up the camera and put it on camera 2. So once his background ambience is loud, you basically just keep flipping up the camera over and over again, and if he appears in the glass, lure him back to cam 2. The reason that we have to flip up cameras every now and then is because you get a ventilation error for being idle too long, which makes Springtrap a lot more aggressive.
Uh-huh.
Now that it is soon to be 1 a.m., because we want to check before 1 a.m., we need to find Springtrap. I recommend mostly checking cams 10, 9, and 7, as they have vents near them.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, if he's not in the back cameras, because you can hear the audio in its quiet stage,